This training will go over saving your workspace in Civil 3D 2018 and then importing your workspace in the Civil 3D 2020. Have to save your workspace first. In order to do that, if you have a certain workspace that you would like to save and have available each time you open up AutoCAD, you can follow these steps. So a workspace is currently what you see on your screen, the way you'd like it set up. If you have certain toolbars, you have certain ribbons, the way it's set up. So that's your workspace setting. So you might have specific ribbons or tabs that you want to have in your workspace that you use on a regular basis that say you don't use all the time, you don't want to have those shown. With the workspace settings, you can create it to what you want. So once you have your workspace set up the way you like it, you type in the command line workspace, go ahead and hit save as, and then name the workspace on whatever you want to name it. In this case, I'm just going to call it Dan Civil 3D. Then type in the command line workspace and then select settings. You'll see the window pop up, and this way you can select which ones you want shown in your workspace. So in other words, on this one, everything is selected: Civil 3D, drafting, annotation, 3D modeling, planning and analysis, and also the specific one that I made up. You can move these up and down, how they're displayed when you actually have the workspace shown in your Civil 3D. So this is the order that they'll be shown in. You can move those up and down. Now, one thing to make note is when you're switching workspaces, so if you go and make changes to your specific workspace, and then you close Civil 3D out, you open it back up, it's going to come back to this default if you have this selected: do not save changes to workspace. Now, if you do make changes to your workspace and you're in that specific workspace, and you have this checked, it's automatically going to save workspace changes when you change those. And that goes for all of these workspaces. So if you're in Civil 3D, you make any changes to it and you have this selected, it's automatically going to save that. So I'll go ahead and show you this in Civil 3D real quick. So with Civil 3D open, you can currently see my workspace is set for Dan Civil 3D. If I wanted to go to the generic out-of-the-box Civil 3D workspace setting, you could select that, and here's what it would look like as out-of-the-box setting workspace. So it's a little bit different than what I have set up on mine. So when you have customized your workspace, that's when you want to save it. So now you'll notice there's different tabs. So if I went into drafting and annotation, for example, this is another workspace. You'll see a lot less tabs, and there's different types of ribbons associated with that, specifically to drafting and annotation. So in this case, I'm going to go back to my Dan Civil 3D. Again, it brings up all my toolbars that I've set, and you'll see I have a lot more tabs across the top, but that's the way I had this set up. That's considered my workspace. And to have your workspace shown, there's a little drop-down arrow here, and it's considered a customized quick access toolbar. You can have this turned on or off. So if I select that, my workspace is not shown, or I can have it shown. And then all these other are quick bars, also quick access bars: the new, open, save, print, undo, redo. So you can click that little down arrow and you can add or select what you want to add to your quick access toolbar. So if you don't see this pop up, you can just type in the command line, or if you have the dynamic input on, you can just type in workspace, and a little window will come up: set current as. You can save it as, you can edit, you can rename it, delete, settings. So in this case, I've already saved it. We go into our settings, and you'll notice this is the order that they're in. If I wanted to have Dan's Civil 3D moved all the way up to the top, I could do that. And again, if you don't want to save the changes, have that checked. If you do want to change it automatically, you can select that. My recommendation is don't do that, but if you want to do it, that's fine. Go ahead and click OK. So you'll see Dan Civil 3D is on top, and that's your workspace settings. Now you need to save your workspace as a customized user interface, or CUI. So in order to save that, you have to basically go in to the CUI and transfer it and create a new CUI. So if you type in CUI under the command line, and a window will pop up, the Customize User Interface, and you'll see a Customize and Transfer tab. You want to be in the Customize tab. All customization files are shown, and you'll have Civil and you'll have NRCS if you've done the NRCS customization. If you don't have the NRCS customization, you only see Civil. Go ahead and expand the workspaces, and you'll notice here's all the different workspaces that was shown earlier. And then you'll notice here, Dan C3D, it was set current, and it's set current right now, and that's shown. Then what you want to do is click the Transfer tab, and you want to transfer your current workspace into a new customization file. So you have to make sure this is selected as a new file in Workspaces. So basically you drag this and drag it into Workspaces on the right side. So drag your customization and drag it into the Workspaces on that side. Now if you customized all of these workspaces to your liking, you can drag all of these and put these on the new customization file. It doesn't just have to be your specific one that you made. You might have just, you might have made all of these to your likings, and you can drag however many you want over to the workspaces. Once you drag those over, you'll see them on this new file. Go ahead and click the Save button, and then it's going to save it somewhere. So you're going to have to pick a location where you want to save this CUIX file, so it's a customization file. Save it somewhere where you're going to be able to access it to upload it into the new 2020 Civil 3D that will be downloaded onto your computers. My recommendation, just go ahead and put in a C program data under your C drive under program data and go and save it in there. You could save it as whatever you want. I just did a generic Dan C3D. Go ahead and click Save. So this is what your screen should look like once you save it. It'll have Dan C3D CUIX file. That's a customization file, and this is what's actually in that customization file, and the workspaces in there. And that's really what we're worried about here, is just the specific workspace. So you can go ahead and close out this window, and you're done saving your workspace as a CUI. Now, if you're working in Civil 3D and you do this in the beginning and you create your CUIX file and you've made changes to your workspace, you want to make sure prior to uploading it into the new program, or if they remove the 2018 program from your computer, you want to go ahead and do these steps again right before they take 2018 off of your computer. That way, if you've made changes to your workspace, then you have those changes already exported, the most current copy of it. So now we want to save our CUI. So you can type CUI in the command line. And again, it brings up this window, the Customize User Interface, CUI. And you'll notice it might be, when you open it up, they might not be expanded. So you want to expand the civil and the workspaces. And here's all the different workspaces that we have. And this would set to current. And then when you actually select that, it'll tell you what toolbars that you have. If you wanted to add toolbars to that, you could do it this way too. Menus, all the different menus associated with your customization. So that's your customized workspace for that specific name. And then if you click the other ones, it'll give you the same descriptions of what's in that specific workspace. So we're going to concentrate on your specific workspace that you created. Go ahead and hit transfer. Make sure the customizations in main file is selected. The main customization file C3D CUIX is selected. You'll see there's other ones. There's an enterprise. Just make sure that this one is selected, the main customization file. Over here, you want to make sure this is set as new file. And then you'll see workspaces here sitting empty. So if you select your specific workspace that you want to transfer over into a new customization file, go ahead and click over, and you'll notice there's a little blue arrow. It won't allow you to do it anywhere else but in the workspace. Click and drop it on that. And in this example, I already have a workspace named this, but I can go ahead and replace it. And if you were to create a new CUIX file that you wanted to update, so say you created this originally in the beginning, and then 2 years from now when you were to go to export this again before you got an upgrade, then you might run into the same window, but go ahead and hit replace. So now Dan C3D is in my new customization file, but we'll have to save that. Go ahead and hit save. Recommendations, C drive, program data, and again, I'm going to just call it Dan Civil 3D. I'm going to save it, replace it. Go ahead and click OK, and you can get out of that file. That's what you want to do first. You want to transfer your file and create that CUIX file. Now you get 2020 installed. Now you need to insert that workspace into your updated 2020 Civil 3D, and you don't want to go through all the steps of creating your workspace. Go ahead and open up the new version, type in the command line CUI, and of course this is all done, you have to do your customization first, so this will kind of be like the last step, if you will, inserting your workspace, but you want to make sure all your customization done first before you do this. So go ahead and open up the new version of Civil 3D, type in the command line again, CUI, select the Transfer tab on the right side, click Open. Navigate to where you save your customized CUIX file. In this example, I saved it in the C program data. Select your file, open it. You should now see your named workspace on the right-hand side. And then now what you need to do is you need to drag it from your customized right side and then go under Workspaces under the main customization file, C3D, and drag and drop it into that. And make sure this is under Customizations in main file and main customization file, C3D, CUIX. Drag and drop that. Then you'll go back to your Customize tab, and you'll notice that you'll see in your workspace that your workspace is now shown there. Go ahead and click Apply and then OK. Go to your workspace in 2020, and you'll notice you should have your new workspace or your workspace that you created in 2018 show up in 2020, and you don't have to do anything. It all should come in. So I'll go ahead and show you this in Civil 3D. Okay, so I have Civil 3D 2020 open. This is basically what it looks like when I opened it up out of the box. you'll see you won't notice any of the workspace showing up here. Click this little customize quick access toolbar. You can add, like I said, whatever you want, but I'm just going to put the workspace in there for now. And you'll notice here's all the different workspaces that are available. Again, you can go to your workspace settings, have it save automatically. Same thing as you could do in 2018. But what you want to do is you want to import your workspace from what you saved in 2018 so you don't have to go through that whole process of setting it up. So type in CUI. So you'll see the main customization file here, and then the customization file, a new file. We're going to go ahead and click open. Open customization file. Navigate to remember where you actually put it. So it was in the C drive, program data, and it was down here at the bottom. Click open. Go ahead and drag this. Go ahead and hit replace. Click apply. Click OK. And now you'll notice on this left-hand side, you'll see Dan Civil 3D. Go ahead and select that. And you'll notice all my toolbars come in, all my settings come in. You'll notice that the customized toolbar didn't come in, but you could put in what you want on that with the little down arrow, and so as you add these, it'll go in the order of how you want it. And then now that's my workspace. So now I can go ahead and hit my save current workspace as, and I can go ahead and select my Dan C3D, hit save. Yes, I want to replace it. So now I've updated again, and my workspace is set. So if you don't have a specific workspace saved, I've created one in our SharePoint location under Civil 3D support files. And this will go over the steps of then importing that workspace. Same type of concept. Open up the new version of Civil 3D, type in the command line CUI, select the transfer tab. To the right side, select open. In this case, you're going to navigate to the USDA Engineering Civil 3D support files. This is the sync folder that's on SharePoint. And then you'll see a CUX file named MD CV3D20 CUIX file. Go ahead, select that, click open. And now you should see that go into your workspaces. So now you need to drag and drop the file from the right side to the left side under Workspace heading, and also drag and drop the Maryland Civil 3D 20 Quick Access Toolbar over to the Quick Access Toolbars in the main customization file. So here's the Maryland Workspace. Drag and drop it over to the Workspaces on the left-hand side. There's an Access Toolbar. Drag and drop it to the Access Toolbar on the left side. Now go back to the Customize tab, and it should show your customized workspace in there, Maryland Civil 3D, and also the Quick Access Toolbar shown in there. Click Apply and then OK to exit the CUI. Now you should be able to go into your workspace settings and select the Maryland Civil 3D 20 workspace, and it should bring all the properties that was set in that workspace. This is a generic workspace that you can adjust and change to your needs, and then you can rename it to whatever you want, or you can keep it the same name. But at least gives you a start of creating an actual customized workspace with some toolbars in it. All right, so now this is going to be the steps to import the generic Maryland Civil 3D 20 CUI workspace. So type in CUI in the command line. And here's your workspaces. So we're going to transfer. So we have to find the workspace. So you click open. navigate to the USDA Civil 3D support files, and you'll see the Maryland Civil 3D 20 CUIX file. Go ahead and click open. You'll see that come in. And along with that, you'll see the quick access toolbar come in also. So drag and drop that to the left side under Workspaces. Drag and drop that to the quick access toolbar on the left-hand side on the main customization file. Now go back to your Customize tab, and you'll notice you have the Maryland Civil 3D 20, and also the Maryland Quick Access Toolbar also. Click Apply, click OK. Then once you select your Maryland Civil 3D 20, you can see everything's set up as a generic workspace, and you can adjust this workspace to whatever fits your needs, but that'll at least give you something to start with as far as a workspace. The customized quick access toolbar, if that doesn't come in correctly, basically what you could do, you can just go through each one of these and add to that customized toolbar. So you can just go through each one of these and check them and uncheck them to have it shown or not. That concludes this video on importing and saving your workspace into Civil 3D 2020.